Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. For those who have been following me, obviously this is a very new type of video. It's the first time I'm doing a Tesla video. And why a Tesla video and not my normal property video? I'll explain that shortly. So as most of you who know, I'm a self DIY person. For all my properties that I have, most of it, all the simple things, all I'll do it on myself, DIY. Okay, this includes all the electrical appliances, items from IKEA, painting, drilling, and even the plumbing work, all I would do. Okay, so I recently got myself a Tesla and accessories for the installation of the car. Obviously, me being me, I would DIY. Yeah, so I've installed this and this is a post-installation video. I did not plan to do a video from scratch because I did not plan to do a video at all, but I am doing one. Why? It's because I made some serious mistakes. So if you're planning to DIY this yoke steering wheel for your Model 3 or Model Y, or even if you want to replace it for your Model S or Model X, wherever you are in this part of the world, please watch this video. It's only 10 minutes and it will potentially save you very, very costly mistakes. Okay? Yes, so first and foremost, most important tip that I have to say, despite all the videos out there, you can search on YouTube, there are a lot of videos, but what I want to say, number one, is there is a proper guide from Tesla. Number one, okay, there is a proper guide. And why I say proper guide is because the website is, if you go to the website, is actually the Tesla website, service.tesla.com/docs. You can search for the relevant car model that you have and you can get the documents there. So that should always be your number one reference. Okay, from there, since that's only a document, it's a document to read, there's no visual to it, and that's where you refer to YouTube videos, yeah, for additional actual visuals. But again, number one is your document. So for this replacement, right, I'll go through the main steps. I will not show everything because I've done most of it, but I'll explain what are the key steps to avoid. Okay, number one, of course, very straightforward. Set the vehicle's wheel straight and centered. This is centered. Of course, your normal wheel must be centered. And then the next step that a lot of people don't address is at the front there. Let's go to the front, the hood. Okay, so this is the hood. We've popped it up. The next most important step is actually to disconnect your 12-volt battery or your low voltage battery. So this is the rear underhood apron. And again, all this is actually mentioned in the dock. It's very easy to just pull it off. The clips will come off. Just a number of clips all around, but you can easily pull it out, no issues. There is a filter right below, your HEPA filter, yeah, which basically is your cabin filter. Remove that filter and you can access your 12-volt battery. You can disconnect that 12-volt battery first. I'm not going to show that. I did not do this step. I followed most of the step which is shown in most YouTube videos, which is basically just to go for power off inside your controls. Inside a menu, you can actually power it off. But the danger of that power off, right, is that the car powers on from time to time. Every time you step out, you step in, it powers on. And if it powers on and you, by mistake, you connect and disconnect the steering wheel, there is electricity flowing. Yeah, so it might short it, you might have the airbag blow up in your face, I don't know. But again, official document states that you should disconnect your 12-volt battery. Hence, I strongly recommend you to disconnect that 12-volt battery. Okay, that is the key second step. Now let's go back into the car. We're back in the car. Before powering it off, actually there's another key step, which is basically to make sure your doors are open and your windows wind down. Yeah. Why is this? Because when you connect the 12-volt battery, right, you actually can't use your conventional button to open and close anymore. This is all electric power. You will need to use this, assuming you have closed yourself and locked yourself inside. And also you need to make sure you wind down the windows. Yeah, if you don't wind down the windows, and if it's up and you slam the door, your windows will shatter. So ideally, you want to do this in a big empty garage. Make sure your windows is always down, door is always open. Don't even think about opening and closing the door. That is the safest. Yeah. What's the next step? So again, to recap, we have 4 steps so far. Wheels are centered and straight. The steering wheel is straight. Remove the under hood apron. Disconnect. Remove the HEPA filter, which is your cabin filter, and then disconnect the 12-volt battery. Now step 5, 6, 7, 8. Number 5 is basically remove the driver airbag. And how do you remove the driver airbag? You are supposed to use a short or a long, in most videos it's a long screwdriver. I would strongly recommend using a short Allen key instead. Don't go for a long one. And why is this so? While a long one would be easier, might sound easier, it could potentially damage the parts inside. So with this short one, a lot of videos will actually show that you poke through the hole at the bottom here. Okay, so there's a hole there, left and right. You can do it one at a time. You don't need to do 2 at a time. But I'll show you why this Allen key, which I got from IKEA. This is the standard Allen key from IKEA. It's a hexagon head. Okay, let me just center my... Okay. So when you use an Allen key, right, it will actually push this piece of metal up. And this piece of metal, it will basically release. This is where your airbag module is secured. If it goes high enough, you can actually pull out your airbag module. And why is it key to use a short one? It's because, okay, I'm not sure if you can see. So this is, you can see the piece here. This is where the Allen key is, right? A short Allen key, you push it just nice, yeah, just nice to release the airbag. If it's long, a screwdriver, this is where actually you risk damaging the cables. While it's extremely low chance you damage the cables, but you never know, because again, you have to remember when you're doing this, you're sort of blindfolded, right? You can't see at all where you're poking at all. It's absolute random luck. Of course, if you have done it before, then you know how is it like, you know how, you know where to open. But if not, it honestly took me quite a fair bit. I think it took me a good 20 minutes to open. But now, after that I'm opening it, then yes, it looks easy. This is how you should push it. And because this is a short one, this Allen key, this is the max that it goes, and it fully opens. If you take a look at the top here, it's fully open, right? So I can release my airbag already. I can pull it out. So when it opens, when you hit it, it will obviously click open. This will spring out, left and right, it will spring out. Okay? So assuming you have removed the airbag already, left and right, immediately it pops up. There are actually 2 connectors that connects the airbag module to your steering wheel console here. Yeah, one is this yellow one. Yeah, you can see. And to open this, you need tweezers. Or if you do not have tweezers, ideally it's tweezers. I do not have tweezers. So I use this small screwdriver. You go to the top and the bottom. There are 2 clips here. Again, do this very, very carefully. Take your time, because this cable here in yellow and red, yeah, it's not the thickest. And if you pull it without releasing the cables, you might damage this whole module, which again is extremely costly. So besides this, there's another black clip, which is quite easy to remove actually. Let me see if I can position that. Sorry. Where is that? Okay, it's a bit dark. But yes, there's basically, yeah, this one here. Yeah, there's a, okay, it's a bit dark. There's a clip, there's a black clip here. These are the 2 that connects it, the airbag module. And the next step is very, very key. This is where I made a mistake. It's an expensive mistake, and a lot of other people are making this mistake. So after I made a mistake, I Googled up and I saw numerous posts in various forums, in Reddit forums. People make this mistake. What mistake is that? Okay, So besides these two connectors, there's another connector, which is this brown connector here. Okay, and can you see this brown connector? It's a bit dark. Let me try to zoom in. Okay, this brown connector here. Yeah. Remove this brown connector also using tweezers. Remove it first. And this ground cable, remove it. Remove this and this. Essentially, remove all the connectors. There are three main connectors. One, this one yellow, the black one, and this brown one. And then this is sort of, I think, a security harness or the ground cable. Remove all this. In most videos, they don't remove this. They remove the bolt. They straight away go to the bolt. Yeah. This is the one single bolt that holds this entire steering to the car. Yeah. To this steering rack, essentially. And the mistake about removing this is that when you remove this without removing this, the next step they will show is basically directly to remove the steering wheel. That's where you have to knock the steering wheel, you loosen it, and you pull it open, right? If you do not remove this first, this one, which again, I'm not going to call out which video, but a lot of videos actually don't show you removing this first. What's going to happen is that when you pull this out, there is the steering angle sensor behind and also a clock spring. That is where that device will break and you will have long cables dangling out, which you will have absolutely zero chance of fixing it back. That, again, you can go Google this up, steering angle sensor, clock spring. These are the two keywords. That item costs 600 plus minus US dollars. Or in my local currency, I'm in Malaysia, ringgit Malaysia, that costs approximately, I think that would be 2,500 ringgit. It's an extremely costly mistake. So please remove all four first. Yeah, again, the yellow, the black, the brown, and this. Then only you pull open. Yep. Yeah, and then that's it. Once you pull open, the others I'm going to skip. It's rather straightforward, which is basically what I did is I transferred all these items are from the original one. So essentially I used back the airbag module and all this, the side buttons here on the steering wheel, all are transferred to this yoke steering. Essentially the yoke steering is really just a hardware with no electricals. Yeah, it has a heating element. So this part here, okay, this part here connects to one of the cables, which in return connects to this brown connector here. Yeah, this blue color, this black to blue. The black is one, again it's a bit dark, I'm not sure if you can see. The black one connects to this blue connector and this blue connector connects to this brown connector. So this is the only electrical part from the third-party yoke steering. Yeah, and tightening it back. So tightening it back is pretty much all the reverse steps. I'm not going to go into detail, but another one that I wanted to highlight is the specs you needed to tighten this. Okay, so let me just rewind a bit on the items that we need for this assembly. So to assemble this, you actually need a couple of items. You need okay, let's talk about a simple one first. Of course, we have the Allen key that I mentioned earlier on. You also got a Phillips screwdriver. Yeah, we have a Phillips screwdriver, and the Phillips screwdriver, it could vary for you, but my Phillips screwdriver is to remove these 4 screws, which is basically securing this piece, this plastic piece, and all the this harness, the electrical wiring harness, to the yoke steering itself. Okay, what else do we have? We also have a 3/8 inch hatchet. This is the one. Okay, 3/8, and we have a 10 mm hexagon head. Yeah, but this needs to be long. Again, all this is already stated inside the service doc. So again, refer to the service doc. The service doc also recommends a 10 mm the hexagon head to be 3 inch, a 3-inch extension essentially, which is what I have. I have this. Yeah. Initially, again, I didn't refer to the doc. Actually, I got this only. Yeah, again, it's not mentioned about the 3-inch extension. No one mentions that. And if you have a short one, the problem is it can't reach into the bolt. That's why you need a long one. Yeah, you don't want to open it up and then be left hanging. If let's say it's a weekend, you know, the shops are not open, or you have to run out and go get that extension, is just extremely bad. Yeah. Yep. So that's it. The parts. This 10mm extension, the socket, this is the 3/8, 3/8 for the back to connect to the hatchet, and then also a 10mm hexagon at the front. And this, by right, you should get actually two, not just one. You should get a 3/8-inch ratchet to unlock it, and to secure back, you should get a 3/8-inch flexible head torque wrench. And the torque wrench, the specs, again, this is where I see most of it incorrect in my opinion. It is stated as 42 pounds-foot, which translates to, okay, I can't recall how much in Newton meters, but I think it's about 50 odd Newton meters. But if you refer to the document, right, the document states that it is about 59, if I'm not mistaken. Again, it's inside the document, check out the document, 59 pounds-foot, which equals to 80 Newton meters. So it's actually much, you need to tighten it much more than is actually stated inside your YouTube videos. Your YouTube videos, the values given are incorrect. Again, this is the document by Tesla. Refer to that document from Tesla. You can never go wrong. Okay? So yes, essentially, once you have really replaced the items, you put it in place, you tighten the bolt, and again, this is 80 Newton meters using this torque wrench. That is the specs that you should set. And yes, everything plugs in and you're good to go. Okay, basically I should just pop this in and yes, we are good to go. So that's it. Very simple video, but I hope you really found this video useful. Again, it's extremely key. If I were to recommend, or if I were to summarize my video, right, one key learning lesson is that always refer to the official document from Tesla. Very, it's the Bible essentially. And from there, you watch other videos. Watch as many videos as possible. Yeah, and hopefully mine also, if you watch the other videos, because the other videos, as I said, are just not right, or they do not explain the logic of why certain things have to be done in a certain way. Okay, thank you. Do subscribe to my channel. I might just make more Tesla videos instead of just my property videos. I've always been a property guy, but this expensive mistake really taught me to, or really motivated me to share this video. Okay, yes, please do like the video. Feel free to subscribe. Thank you, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.